Ready.
It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Raiders and the Cards, and it comes your way next.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from the challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Entering play call screen. Kickoff middle. Kickoff left.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises, the man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his 4th season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
LB Blitz 1, Hot Blitz 3.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for James Conner. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Easily one of the most exciting player-team fits from last year's draft. Rondale Moore brought his brand of electricity to the Cardinals offense as a rookie. And he'll have an even bigger role in that offense this season and should easily top his 435 yards of 2021. He gets Arizona first down with that catch.
There are 6 categories.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Murray again. This is Conner. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back.
From the 44, Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. His throw incomplete.
Entering play call.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Entering play call. On plan. Player. Right. Formation. Play type. RPO. Run. Inside. AHB blunt dive. MTN AHB blunt. AHB blunt dive. AHB power G. AHB blunt dive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Cross button. Square button.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries for an even 100 yards.
But they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Play, run, pass. Option is set to standard pass 32. Option is set to shotgun pass 100. Shotgun pass. Comeback Z post.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Entering play call. Play. Run. Pass. Option is set to play action. Option is set to play action pass. Play converts. A post wide cross. Triangle button.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Steps away. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Draw. AHB mid-draw.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Square button.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Entering play call. Draw. There are 7 categories. You have 9 options. HB draw is selected. AHB mid-draw.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Circle button.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Pass. Option is set to Hail Mary free. Option is set to screen pass 12. Option is set to play action pass 60. Option is set to shotgun pass 100. Shotgun pass. Comeback Z post.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cross button.
Now they'll throw with Carr.
Button. Square button.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Shotgun pass. There are 6 categories.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Cross button. R1 button. Square button. Cross button.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Entering play call. Comeback Z post.
Still third down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Circle button.
From the gun, it's
Triangle
Carr.
button.
Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Auction is set to FD round to place. Auction is set to draw 9 place. Draw. AHB mid-draw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Cross button.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Circle button.
They'll go to Barkley again. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Cross button.
Barkley inside handoff. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call. Play RPO. Special pass. Run. Pass. Auction is set to standard pass. Auction is set to shotgun pass 100. Shotgun. Comeback Z post. Inside cross. Comeback Z post.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Triangle
Here's Carr.
Button. R1 button. Cross button. Triangle button.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams marching right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Special. Pass. Shotgun. Comeback Z post. Slant stick. Plate. Special. RP. Run. Auction is set to outside handoffs. Auction is set to pitch free place. Auction is set to counter 7. Counter. Error. Counter weak.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Entering play call. Counter. There are 7 categories. You have 7. RPO. Run. Pass. Run. Auction is set to the 9 place. Draw. AHB mid-draw.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another try for Barkley. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. That event is selected.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's more. That'll give him 8 that time. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And he'll just get rid of it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Square button.
On play action, it's Carr.
Cross button.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Entering play, a post white cross.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
R1 button.
On play action, now
R1
Carr.
button. Triangle button.
He hits Adams, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Entering play call. Play run. Down. AHP misdirection. Counter Y. MTN counter STR. AHP misdirection.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Circle button. R1 button. Cross button.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Play type, there are 8 categories, there are 7 subcategories.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Inside zone. double slants.
Jacobs. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere he put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
RPO, run, pass, run, count, AHD misdirection, empty encounter, counter Y, AHD counter.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Cross button.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Now a play fake. Carr.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time
Entering
out.
play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
first and 10 is counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he's got room. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the 29, Murray. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray now. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. They go option right on second and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Murray now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Prater's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down three, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Derek Carr and the Vegas offense heading out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down.
Formation. Play. Run. Pass. Option is set to screen pass well. Option is set to Hail Mary free play. Option is set to play action pass. Option is set to shotgun pass. Shot. Come back Z coast. Inside cross. Come back Z coast.
Here's Carr to throw.
Circle button.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Good pitch.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw.
Cross button. R1 button.
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Greg Dortch back deep. Oh, it's a wobbler here. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Conner. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
There are 6 categories.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Cross button. Square
On
button.
1st and 10,
Circle
here's
button.
Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Entering plate. Convexy coast. Square
Throwing
button.
now is Carr.
Triangle button.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that
Entering
last play.
plate. Convexy coast.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Triangle
Again, they'll
button.
throw with Carr.
Cross button.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Entering plate. Convexy coast.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Triangle
Carr.
button. Cross button. Cross button.
It's caught here by Adams. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Entering plate. Convexy coast.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Triangle
Into the red
button.
zone. It's Carr.
Circle button.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Entering play call. Convexy coast.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Cross button. Circle button.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
15 options. Advantage selected.
Carlson on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So out now come the Cardinals.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Davante Adams. Davante, stretch alert, looky.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Square button. Circle button.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carr.
Circle button.
He finds his man complete. It's Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Entering play clock. Convexy post.
To throw his Carr.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Circle button.
On second down, here's Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Entering play on Betsy Coast.
Cardnals on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out in Denver, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Cooper Kupp, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon God.
Defend medium pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Entering franchise, instant replay, challenge, super sim, stats, coaching, stats, pop-up menu, player stats, game stats. Entering screen team stats. Total offense home 277 away 143. Rushing yards home 56 away 67. Passing yards home 221 away 76. First downs home 20 away 9. Entering resume. Instant replay. Challenge. Super sim. Stats. Pop-up player stats. Entering screen player. Player name Dakar. Player name K. Murray. QB rating 67.8. QB rating 128.3. Completions 18. Completions 12. Attempts 21. Attempts 21. Passing yards 231. Passing yards 91. Completion percentage 57. Completion percentage 85. Passing touchdowns 1. Passing touchdowns 0. Rushing selected. Yards after contact. Fumble. Touch. Team LG. Team RE. Player name J. Connor. Player name S. Barkley. Attempts 14. Attempts 7. Yards 50. Yards 56. Average yards per carry 4.0. Touchdowns 2. Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Return left.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter.
Entering play call. Coach suggests on plan. Player, there are 8 categories. Formation, there are play type, run, pass, run. Auction is set to fully run one play. Auction is set to inside and off 50 plays. Inside, AHB blunt dive. Empty and AHB blunt, AHB inside zone.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Empty and AHB plunge, AHB dive. Close zone STR, AHB blunt dive, AHB inside zone.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Cross button.
Again, it's Barkley. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Entering play call, inside handoff, there are 7 play type, RPO, run, pass. With pass, there are 6 categories, stick, Y stick, Y stick, Y stick.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Now Carr.
Triangle button.
He's got Renfro on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Entering play call, play type, there, run, pass. Auction is set to standard pass. Auction is set to shotgun pass 1. Shotgun, gun back Z post.
2nd down and 7.
Triangle button.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Circle button.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
R1 button.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Play call, shotgun Mexico, play, run, pitch. There are 7 categories. You have 3 options. With pitch is selected. AHB toss.
Saquon Barkley running right, and he is going to lose yardage here. Award that tackle for loss to the safety, Budda Baker.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Entering play call, play type, RPO, run, pass. Option is set to standard pass. Option is set to shotgun pass. Shotgun back the post.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
R1 button.
To throw, it's Carr.
Cross button.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
R1 button. Circle
now
button.
Carr.
Cross button.
He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Again, it's Carr.
Circle button.
We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Run. Pitch. There are 7 categories. Play type. Option is set to outside handoff. Option is set to inside handoff 50. Inside hand. AHB blunt dive. AHB blunt dive. AHB inside zone.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cross cutting.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Entering play call. Go. On plan. Player. There. Formation. There. Play type. RPO. Run. Pass. Option is set to standard. Option is set to shotgun pass. Shotgun back the post.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down. But they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed.
Cross button.
Yeah, he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Saquon Barkley there to make the grab. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and a yard, Murray, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Murray to Moore, 1st down, Arizona.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. It's complete, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Quick pitch is select AHD toss. Quick pitch, AHD toss.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It was Marcus Golden that time who came roaring in to get him.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away, and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Play, run, pass, shotgun pass, convex coast.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Cross button.
Here's Carr.
Button.
He finds his man, complete. It's Adams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Cross button.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Formation, goal line, gun, weak, strong, I-form, single back, wing pair, MTN HB plunge, MTN counter ST, PA-X burst cross. Sprint HB flat. Cross button.
Here's a give to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Sprint HB flat. Inside zone.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
R1 button.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now in the afternoon.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Play type, run, pass, shotgun pass, bridge only, slant stick, convex post.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carr to throw.
Circle button.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Carr on the right side by Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Entering play, convex post.
throw.
Circle button. Circle button.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Murray now to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
6 categories.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter.
Entering play call.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Murray. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can you try and go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there? Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing again, Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Murray. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they will finally stop him as he's down the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
There are 7 categories. You have 3 options: quick pitch, AHD toss, string toss, quick pitch.
A handoff, Barkley running left. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 38, Carr. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Entering play, Convexy Coast.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Carr again.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
From the gun now on third down, Carr.
Cross button.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Kingsley Keke in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are, gun plan, player, there are, formation, there are, play type, there are, person at 1 RB bar 3 key, play type, run, pass. Option is set to play action pass 6, option is set to shotgun pass, shotgun, convexy post.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week, brought their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Murray now. He's got it to Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Pitch. There are 7 categories. You have 3 options with pitches selected.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Oh, a heck of a move. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured, or at least shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Entering play call, pitch, there's AHD toss.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Player, there are formation, there play type, there are 8 categories, there's personnel, there are 2 RD bar, play, RPO, run, pass. Option is set to standard pass 30. Option is set, run.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Entering play call, pitch, there are 7. Play type, there are 8. RPO, run, pass. Option is set to standard pass. Option is set to shotgun pass 1. Shotgun back Z post. Circle
Working
button.
from the gun, it's
Circle
Carr.
button. Plus button.
And that's complete to Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Entering plate. Gun back Z. Slant stick. Play type special. RPO. Run. Option is set to outside handoff 6. Option is set to inside handoff 50 place. Inside handoff, there are 7 AHP blunt dive. MTN AHP plunge. AHP inside zone. Cross button.
Up the middle with Barkley.
Return button.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Darn Waller. Darn T-drive. A post Y cross.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Into the red zone. It's Carr.
Circle button. Circle button.
Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Entering play call. Player, there are 8 category. Formation, there are 8 cat. Play type, there are 8 cat. RPO. Person, 2 RB bar, 1 RB bar, 2 P bar 2. Play type, there, RPO. Special. Pass. Run. Formation, there are 8 category. Play type, there, RPO. Run. Draw, AHB mid-draw. Cross button.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Cross button.
Barkley
will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Carlson now to add the extra point.
Have 15 options that have to selected.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Hopkins. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 36, Murray trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Cross button. R1 button.
Barkley inside handoff.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 140 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Cross button.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Cross button.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Play type, there are 8 category. Personnel, there are RP, special, pass, run, pass. Option is set to standard pass. Option is set to shotgun pass. Shotgun backsy post.
Carr gonna go on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. It's Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Entering play call, shotgun pass. There are 6 categories. Play type, there are 8. Run. Pitch, there are 7 categories. You have 3 options, with pitches selected.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Option is set to special team 13 play. Option is set to clock management 5 plays. Clock. Fix spike free, spike ball, fix spike free, you've been healed, fix spike free, you've been healed.
The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Entering play call, clock management, there are 2 categories, fix spike free, spike ball, fix spike, you've been healed.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.